Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract everything they desire, while others remain trapped in cycles of struggle and disappointment? What if I told you that the fundamental difference lies not in luck, circumstances, or even talent, but in something far more profound that resides within you right now? Centuries ago, ancient yogis and Buddhist monks discovered a profound truth that modern quantum physics is only beginning to validate. Reality shifts in response to observation. Through devoted meditation and consciousness practices, these masters manifested what appeared to be miracles, demonstrating the incredible power of focused attention. But this isn't mystical nonsense or spiritual fantasy. It's the hidden architecture of our universe that has been deliberately concealed from our awareness. In this revealing exploration, I'm going to share with you the exact mechanisms behind reality creation that the power structures of our world don't want you to understand. When you grasp how your attention literally shapes the quantum field around you, you'll realize why certain forces benefit from keeping humanity distracted, fearful, and unaware of their creative potential. What you're about to discover isn't just another think positive message. It's the fundamental operating system of consciousness itself, backed by both ancient wisdom and cutting-edge science. The true nature of attention as an energy manipulation tool has been hidden in plain sight, and once you understand it, you'll never see your life or your problems the same way again. Think about the last time you were completely absorbed in something you love, perhaps creating art, being in nature, or connecting deeply with someone. In those moments, didn't time seem to flow differently? Didn't your entire experience of reality shift? This wasn't coincidental. You were experiencing the fundamental truth that underpins our entire existence. Energy flows where attention goes. Understanding this flow of energy and attention is like observing a river. The current flows continuously, carrying everything in its path. Just as the river's current carries on, so does your attention, guiding the flow of energy through your life experience. When we direct our attention to a goal or desire, we channel our energy toward its actualization, drawing it into our reality like a moth irresistibly drawn to a flame. But here's what mainstream science doesn't fully acknowledge. Your consciousness isn't just passively observing reality, it's actively creating it. The quantum double-slit experiment, one of the most profound discoveries in physics, demonstrated that particles behave differently when observed versus when not observed. The mere act of watching changes the outcome. This has staggering implications for how we understand reality itself. Have you ever noticed how, when you fully immerse yourself in a particular thought, circumstance, or scenario, it has this incredible way of materializing in your life? It's no mere coincidence. It's a testament to the astonishing power of your attention, actively reshaping your existence at the quantum level. The correlation between your focused attention and the universe's response is undeniably strong. Wherever you direct the beam of your focus, you are effectively guiding the cosmos to act in your favor. Your attention serves as the rudder of your life ship, skillfully steering your reality in the precise direction you consciously choose. Yet most people remain trapped in patterns of energy stagnation, creating the same experiences over and over. Picture it as a dam blocking the flow of a river. When our energy becomes stagnant, we find ourselves stuck in repetitive life cycles. The same relationship problems, financial struggles, or health issues returning in different forms. These cycles persist until we break free from the constraints of our stagnant energy and shift our focus. Just like a river can only flow again when the blockage is removed, we too must remove the energy blocks that prevent us from redirecting our attention and transforming our lives. Remember Albert Einstein's fundamental insight: energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. This underscores the transformative potential within us. By understanding and manipulating our energy through attention, we can break free from recurring patterns and bring about quantum events in our reality. The question isn't whether reality responds to your attention. Quantum physics has already proven this beyond doubt. The real question is, are you using this power consciously, or are you unconsciously creating more of what you don't want? The universe operates on laws of polarity, positive and negative, love and hate, light and darkness. Similarly, our attention can be classified into distinct types that dramatically affect how we manifest our experiences. Understanding these attention types is like discovering the control panel for your reality creation. Polar attention is the direction of your focus toward one end of a spectrum while being aware that the opposite end exists concurrently. Every situation in our life has a problem and a solution, two polar ends of the same spectrum. Imagine a coin with problem inscribed on one side and solution on the other. When a situation arises in life, which side of the coin are you choosing to focus on? The side you direct your attention to is the side you empower. Giving energy to the problem amplifies it, whereas focusing on the solution attracts the means to resolve it. It's not about ignoring the problem, but rather shifting your perspective to the solution. The problem and the solution are not separate entities, but two sides of the same coin. Consider health challenges. When you receive a diagnosis, do you obsess over the symptoms and worst-case scenarios, or do you channel your attention toward healing modalities, success stories, and the body's innate ability to restore balance? The aspect you feed with your attention grows stronger in your experience. What the mainstream medical and pharmaceutical industries don't want you to realize is that this mechanism works at the cellular level. Studies on the placebo effect have shown that belief and expectation, forms of directed attention, can trigger measurable biological changes. Your cells are literally listening to the direction of your focus. By manipulating your polar attention, you can align with the favorable end of the spectrum, thereby influencing your reality in a profound way. This understanding is imperative in breaking the cycle of energy stagnation and bringing about quantum events in your reality. Moving beyond polarity, there exists a more profound form of awareness, non-polar or neutral attention. This transcendent state of consciousness rises above the dualities and polarities that typically govern our perception. Neutral attention is akin to becoming a passive observer, witnessing events and experiences without getting emotionally entangled or biased. Consider yourself as a serene lake. A situation or thought is like a stone tossed into it. Polar attention would be the ripples the stone creates, affecting the calm surface. But with neutral attention, you are the entire lake, tranquil, unmoved, and simply observing the ripples without getting disturbed. This acceptance of both ends of the polarity spectrum without getting attached or repelled by either plays a vital role in dissolving the reality you're currently experiencing and creating space for a new one to emerge. Ancient spiritual traditions from Buddhism to Taoism recognized this truth thousands of years ago, teaching practitioners to cultivate a state of equanimity toward all experiences. When we observe without judgment or attachment, we stop feeding energy to our existing reality, causing it to lose its solidity and opening up the possibility for a new reality to manifest. This is why meditation masters throughout history have achieved seemingly miraculous abilities. They mastered the art of neutral attention. So how do you harness this potent power to spark quantum events in your reality? It's about cultivating an equanimous mind, embracing experiences as they come, and maintaining a balanced perspective. Just as a bird needs both wings to fly, you too need to acknowledge both ends of a situation to rise above it and manifest your desired reality. The masters of consciousness throughout history didn't teach this to the masses because this knowledge gives individuals too much power over their own lives. When you understand that your neutral attention can dissolve unwanted realities and create new ones, you become less controllable by external forces of authority. The fundamental law of the universe is that energy flows where attention goes. Life responds not merely to the intensity of our attention, but to its content, irrespective of whether it's positive or negative. When you dwell on negativity, fear, or anger, you attract situations and experiences that resonate with those vibrations. Conversely, focusing on love, joy, and gratitude draws positive experiences into your life. This is the essence of the law of attraction, a powerful principle that governs how our thoughts and emotions shape our reality. By understanding and harnessing this law, we unlock the potential to manifest our desires and create a life filled with abundance, happiness, and fulfillment. But here's what the mainstream narrative around the law of attraction often misses. This isn't just metaphysical philosophy, it's energy physics. Our emotions essentially act as a compass, guiding our life through the terrain of myriad experiences. Love and hate, both intense emotions, can result in a powerful cycle of attraction and repulsion. Consider this. When you are deeply in love with something, you naturally direct your attention toward it. And when you strongly dislike something, you often find yourself unable to stop thinking about it. Either way, whether it's love or hate, the focus of your attention signals the universe to bring forth more of the same, shaping your reality in profound ways. This explains why people who constantly worry about financial problems attract more money troubles, while those who maintain a consciousness of abundance, even during challenges, find unexpected opportunities and resources flowing toward them. Understanding our instinctual fear and survival mode is another crucial aspect. Fear is a natural response to potential danger. It's what kept our ancestors alive and protected. However, in today's modern world, this fear often becomes conditioned, persisting even in the absence of immediate danger. This persistent fear keeps us in a constant state of survival mode, where we are more likely to focus on negativity, thus attracting more of it into our lives. Media corporations, news outlets, and certain power structures benefit enormously from keeping the masses in this perpetual state of fear and negative attention. By recognizing and addressing this deep-rooted fear, we can break free from this cycle and create a more positive and fulfilling life. By becoming aware of our fear-based thought patterns, we can make a conscious choice to shift our focus from the negative to the positive, thereby initiating a ripple effect of positive attraction in our lives. Remember, the power to sculpt our reality lies in the unwavering focus of our attention and intention. What you continually think about, you bring about, whether you want it or not. Society, particularly through media and social platforms, holds immense influence over our focus and perception. We find ourselves constantly bombarded by an overwhelming influx of information, becoming involuntary spectators to a reality shaped by fear and negativity. News channels, social media feeds, and even gossip columns weave intricate narratives of fear, tragedy, and scandal, capturing our attention and enveloping us in a loop of negativity within our consciousness. This relentless barrage of fear-based content conditions us to expect and consequently manifest similar experiences in our lives. Have you ever noticed how, after watching hours of crime shows or reading about disasters, you suddenly feel more anxious about your own safety? This isn't just psychological suggestion. You're literally programming your attention to align with these frequencies of experience. The conspiracy isn't that dark forces are controlling your mind directly, it's that they're competing for your attention, knowing that whatever captures it shapes what you create. By keeping your attention fixated on division, scarcity, and threat, these forces ensure you remain a creator of more experiences that generate these emotions. It is crucial for us to recognize this pattern and actively seek alternative sources of information and narratives that promote positivity, growth, and resilience. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Be mindful of who and what you give it to. Now, let's delve into the profound role of anger, fear, and pride in societal manipulation. These immensely powerful emotions are frequently exploited by different segments of society to control and manipulate public sentiment, often with far-reaching consequences. Political campaigns and advertising strategies extensively leverage these emotions to influence decisions and behaviors, tapping into the collective power of fear, the catalyzing potential of anger, and the loyalty-fostering nature of pride. However, when these emotions are manipulated, they can lead to increased divisiveness, heightened conflict, and escalating animosity, perpetuating a reality filled with negative experiences. Our personal relationships often mirror patterns forged by past traumas, childhood experiences, past relationships, and other significant life events shape our beliefs and attitudes about love, trust, and connection. These patterns, when left unaddressed, repeat themselves in our relationships, causing us to attract partners who evoke these familiar and often painful feelings. Breaking free from these repetitive patterns requires us to confront and heal our past traumas, thereby shifting our focus and thus our reality. Remember, as Albert Einstein once said, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. In the realm of personal growth and development, a key instrument that plays a vital role is non-polar or neutral attention. This style of awareness has been practiced by spiritual adepts for millennia, but has been systematically removed from mainstream education and cultural practices. Neutral attention refers to our capacity to genuinely experience events and traumas without hastily assigning them a polarized label of negative or positive. Instead, we consciously observe them for what they truly are, simple occurrences in the unfolding dance of life. Our traumas and difficult experiences can often seem like insurmountable mountains, casting lengthy shadows over our present lives. However, neutral attention allows us to shift our perspective and view these experiences not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and deeper understanding. By observing our feelings without judgment or resistance, we can process traumas more effectively, allowing them to flow through our consciousness without getting stuck or becoming a persistent negative influence. This is the true meaning behind ancient wisdom teachings about letting go or surrender. It's not about giving up, but about releasing the energetic charge that keeps experiences locked in place. Non-polar attention can serve as a potent tool in preventing the persistence of negative experiences. Often, we unknowingly strengthen negative experiences by granting them excessive attention and importance, thus embedding them further into our psyches. However, by neutrally observing these experiences, we effectively disarm them of their ability to perpetuate negativity in our lives. Lastly, neutral observation holds a dissolving power. This form of attention is akin to shining a non-judgmental light on our inner world. When we illuminate our experiences in this way, the shadows of negativity begin to fade, allowing healing and transformation to take place. Just like the sun that melts the morning frost, the warm light of neutral observation can dissolve our fears, our doubts, and our pain, paving the way for a reality filled with growth, resilience, and positivity. This dissolution process is the most powerful reality creation tool available to human consciousness, yet it remains largely untaught and unpracticed in modern society. Deep within us, there exists a profound interplay between feelings and manifested thoughts. This intricate dance resembles the mesmerizing ebb and flow of the vast ocean. Consider this. Our thoughts, like waves, emerge on the surface, perpetually influenced by the currents beneath. Our feelings, the energy of our emotions, serves as an immensely powerful catalyst, creating ripples that shape and guide our thoughts. Such is the potency of this process that it can mold our very reality, shaping our perceptions and experiences in profound ways. Negative attention can exert a profound influence on the content of our thoughts, much like a storm disturbing the tranquility of a lake. When we dwell on negative experiences or fears, we create a whirlwind of destructive thoughts. This disrupts the harmony between our heart and mind, resulting in a reality marked by turbulence and despair. It's like using a warped mirror to perceive the world. The reflection will be distorted, and so will our understanding. What modern psychology often misses is that emotions aren't just responses to thoughts. They're generative forces that create thought patterns. The ancient wisdom traditions understood this hierarchy. Feelings precede and shape thoughts, not the other way around. This is why practices like gratitude and compassion meditation work so profoundly. They intervene at the level of emotional energy, which then naturally transforms thought patterns. Understanding this relationship provides us a pathway to shift towards a positive lifeline through attention management. We can consciously redirect our focus towards constructive emotions and thoughts. Imagine holding the reins of a wild horse. With skillful management, we can guide it towards a desired destination. Similarly, by steering our attention towards positivity, we can influence the quality of our thoughts and hence our reality. This shift is not about suppressing negative thoughts, but rather about choosing to cultivate positive ones. It's akin to planting seeds of joy, peace, and love in the garden of our mind and nurturing them with the water of our attention. Over time, these seeds will grow into a lush, thriving garden, thereby creating a reality that mirrors the beauty and abundance of our inner world. The masters of consciousness throughout history understood this principle. Transform the heart, and the mind will follow. Transform the mind, and reality must conform. To fully harness the transformative power of attention, one must embark on a profound journey of acceptance. Acceptance, as the initial rung on the ladder to neutral attention, is akin to opening the windows of a musty room, inviting the invigorating breeze of freshness. When we gracefully and humbly accept our present circumstances, we unlock the doors to a realm of new possibilities. Instead of resisting what is, we gracefully flow with the currents of life, embracing challenges as indispensable components of our personal growth and evolution. This is perhaps the most difficult step for most people, accepting reality as it currently appears without resistance. Our conditioned response is to fight against unwanted circumstances, not realizing that this resistance locks those circumstances in place energetically. What you resist persists because you're feeding it with the power of your attention. Next comes the art of viewing setbacks as potential blessings in disguise. Life's hurdles are not roadblocks on our path, but rather stepping stones, guiding us towards our destiny. Remember the wisdom in the words of Winston Churchill. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Each setback holds a lesson, a nugget of wisdom that nudges us towards growth. Picture a seed. It must first rupture and break apart to become a mighty tree. So too, our struggles can catalyze our transformation, leading us to a place of greater strength and wisdom. The ancient Sufi poet Rumi captured this beautifully when he wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you. What appears as pain or loss often creates the very opening through which new awareness and possibilities can enter our lives. Throughout history, the greatest breakthroughs in human consciousness have come through periods of challenge and apparent darkness. Finally, the practice of redirecting our attention towards desired outcomes is a powerful tool for manifestation. It's akin to setting a compass for a ship's navigation. The ship will move in the direction we chart. Our focus dictates the course of our reality. When we shift our attention towards our dreams and desires, we engage in the active creation of our life's narrative. We become the sculptors of our reality, carving out our path with the chisel of our focus. In the words of Socrates, an unexamined life is not worth living. So let us examine our focus and steer our attention towards the life we aspire to lead. To truly harness our attention to manipulate energy and create quantum events in our reality, we must first engage in a practice known as total acceptance. Acceptance is more than merely acknowledging our present circumstances. It's about embracing them fully and without judgment. This practice is what we refer to as non-polar attention. Non-polar attention is the observation of our reality without categorizing experiences as good or bad. It's about seeing things just as they are, devoid of the lens of judgment. This impartial view allows us to remain centered, irrespective of what our external circumstances might be. It's akin to becoming the eye of the storm, an oasis of calm. Amid the chaos that life often presents, reflect on the words of Zen master Shunryu Suzuki. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind, there are few. As beginners, we can harness the power of non-polar attention to remain open to an array of possibilities. The importance of acceptance to dissolve resistance cannot be overstated. Resistance is the shackles that bind us to our present circumstances, preventing our growth and evolution. Acceptance, on the other hand, acts as the key to these shackles. It's through accepting our current situation that we dissolve resistance, making space for the new to enter. It's like a river flowing effortlessly. Around a boulder, the river doesn't resist the boulder. It simply acknowledges its presence and finds a new path. Similarly, we must learn to navigate around the boulders of life, accepting them as part of our journey towards growth and transformation. This principle of acceptance is not just spiritual philosophy. It has profound implications at the quantum level. Quantum mechanics demonstrates that particles exist in a state of probability until observed. Similarly, our reality exists in a state of probability until we fix it through our attention. By releasing resistance, we allow these probabilities to shift and reconfigure around us. Let me guide you through a simple practice. The next time you face a challenging situation, instead of immediately labeling it as bad or trying to change, simply observe it with curiosity. Feel the sensations in your body. Notice the thoughts that arise. Don't judge them. Just watch. This neutral observation begins to loosen the energetic grip of the situation, creating space for new possibilities to emerge. Diving deeper into the second concept of our discussion, let's explore the power of searching for hidden blessings in adverse events. Life is a complex tapestry of experiences, both pleasant and challenging. However, each event, each thread in this tapestry holds an inherent neutrality. It is our perception and interpretation that assign it a positive or negative hue. The well-known saying, "One person's trash is another person's treasure," encapsulates this beautifully, signifying the transformative power of perspective. The event itself, be it loss, failure, or adversity, is like raw clay, waiting to be molded by our perspective. By adopting a mindset of acceptance and openness, we can begin to discern hidden blessings within these events, turning adversity into opportunity. This is not about sugar-coating difficulties or glossing over pain, but rather about seeking growth, learning, and potential benefits in the midst of hardship. The wisdom of Persian philosopher Rumi echoes this sentiment. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Our wounds, our adversities, can become portals for growth and enlightenment if we have the courage to look beyond the surface. Building on our foundation of acceptance, we can use this as a springboard to dive into the sea of potential benefits hidden within the shell of adversity. Acceptance allows us to see events as they are, stripping away the layers of judgment and resistance and opening the door to fresh perspectives. As we shift our viewpoint, we begin to see that every cloud, no matter how dark and menacing, does indeed have a silver lining. We just need to have the courage and openness to find it. This reframing of adversity isn't merely psychological comfort, it's a powerful, energetic realignment. When you find the blessing within the challenge, you literally shift the quantum field of probabilities surrounding that situation, opening pathways that were previously closed. Visual. A dark cloud with lightning transforming into a radiant silver lining, then revealing a beautiful landscape beyond. Moving on to the third point, redirecting and maintaining focus on your desired reality is crucial for manifesting quantum events. This signifies that our energy, thoughts, and emotions are not scattered or wasted on unproductive concerns, but channeled towards creating the reality we desire. Achieving equanimity is the first step in creating this focused attention. Equanimity is a state of mental calmness and composure, even in difficult situations. Think of a serene lake, undisturbed by the passing wind. Similarly, equanimity ensures your mind remains undisturbed by external events. It frees up your energy from the shackles of reactionary responses, enabling you to invest it in creating your desired reality. This state of equanimity paves the way for a seamless transition from acceptance to positive creation. Instead of remaining stuck in a rut of passive acceptance, you begin to actively create a reality that resonates with your aspirations and dreams. To quote Albert Einstein, "Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions." Hence, by focusing your imagination on your desired reality, you give a direction to your energy to create quantum events. As you do this, remember not to get disheartened by any perceived setbacks. They are merely stepping stones on your path to reality creation. In the grand tapestry of existence, we are the weavers, and our thoughts and energy the threads. By consciously directing our focus and maintaining equanimity, we can thread the needle of our reality, stitch by stitch, into a beautiful picture of our choosing. The ancient Hermetic masters taught, as above, so below, as within, so without. What you create in consciousness must eventually manifest in physical reality. This isn't magical thinking, it's the fundamental principle of how consciousness interacts with energy and matter. Attention is the powerful tool that shapes our reality. It's akin to a flashlight in a dark room. As we direct this light, we illuminate different aspects of our reality, creating our unique experience of life. Delving back into ancient wisdom, many spiritual teachings emphasize the power of attention. For instance, the Buddha once said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make our world." In the modern context, these wisdom teachings have found resonance in quantum physics, which confirms that our observation, our attention, influences the reality we experience. Thus, our attention becomes the bridge between the metaphysical realm of thoughts and the physical realm of reality. The process of acceptance, redirection, and choice is a transformative cycle that begins with equanimity and ends with the creation of desired quantum events. Acceptance allows us to acknowledge our current reality. Equanimity helps us remain unswayed by it, and then, by making empowered choices, we redirect our attention towards the reality we wish to manifest. What I've shared with you today isn't new knowledge. It's ancient wisdom that has been systematically obscured from public consciousness. Throughout history, those who understood these principles of energy and attention have been able to create extraordinary lives regardless of their starting circumstances. The true power elite aren't those with the most money or political influence. They're individuals who have mastered their attention and learned to harness it as the force of creation it truly is. Now this knowledge is available to you. My final thoughts are an encouragement to you to practice this three-step method. Remember, the loom of life is in your hands. The threads of thoughts and energy are yours to weave. By focusing your attention, maintaining equanimity and making conscious choices, you can create the beautiful tapestry of your reality, stitch by stitch. So step into your power, harness your divine ability of creation, and transform your reality. As Rumi beautifully said, the universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are.